Hello dear students, I hope all of you read the remaining part of our 5th chapter, our government. Now let's start next part. The central executive previous video session we discussed. Now today the Prime Minister, this point we will discuss here. The Prime Minister is the leader of the country. The majority party that wins the general elections elects its leader, who is appointed as the Prime Minister by the President of India. He or she also becomes the leader of the political power. The elected person becomes members of the Lok Sabha and are called the members of Parliament or MPs. The Prime Minister then forms the Cabinet and the Council of Ministers. The ministers are either from the Lok Sabha or the Rajya Sabha. The central government, the government are formed at the central. We call central government. So, in that central government, who works? The Prime Minister is the leader of the country. He works whole cabinet, Council of Ministers, Parliament members. He guides. The Prime Minister is the leader of the country. The majority party that wins the general elections elects its leader, who is appointed as the Prime Minister. So the Prime Minister periods has 5 years periods. He works in 5 years. Then the Prime Ministers, the Council of Ministers and introduce new laws. These laws come into the force after being passed by the Parliament and the President. The judiciary, Nyaya Vibhag. The judiciary is an important wing in India. Which important wing in India? The judiciary. Any disputes related to a law which is not agreed by all is settled in a court. The Supreme Court is the highest court in India. Which court is the highest court in India? Supreme Court, Sarvoccha Nyayalaya, High Court, Uच्च Nyayalaya. It is in New Delhi. Where is located the Supreme Court? New Delhi. The Chief Justice of India heads the Supreme Court. Underline the word Chief Justice. The Chief Justice of India heads the Supreme Court. Now, this part is the central government part. Now, I will explain here state government. Government are two types. There are two types government. First, central government. Second, state government. State government works under the central government. The governor is the head of the state and is appointed by the President of India. Who is appointed the governor? Our President. The governor is the head of the state and is appointed by the President of India. Here you can see state government. Every state has a legislative assemblies called the Vidhan Sabha. Some states also have state legislative councils. It makes laws for the states. The members of legislative assemblies, MLAs, are elected from term of 5 years. How many years period there? 5 years. An assembly's election take place in the state to form a state government. Political parties give name of their candidates. Do you know political parties? Like that BJP, Congress, then many political parties you can see in your surrounding, and their leaders works in your areas. Then an assembly elections take places in the state to from a state government. Political parties give names of their candidates. The party that gets the maximum seats in the legislative assemblies from the government. Now the leader of the majority party becomes the chief minister. Who is the head of the state government? Who is the head of the state government? Chief minister. And who is the head of the central government? Our prime ministers. So same like that, rules regulation follows our state government. Same like that, rules regulation follow, and each and every problems, disputes, state government helps, state governments demanding to help to central government. Then here we can see state governments which type of work. First, state legislature. Second, state executive. Third, state judiciary. Like the previous we saw, the government has three main organs. The government has three main organs: legislature, executive, and judiciary. Which kind of works they do? Legislature, that makes law. Same like that. State legislature. State legislature that makes laws for the state. The executive that brings laws into the action. Then judiciary, they decides and settles disputes. The judiciary is the work of judiciary. The state legislature, the law-making body in the state, in the legislative assembly or Vidhan Sabha. We call Vidhan Sabha. This body works like the Lok Sabha at the center. जैसे केंद्र सरकार के अंदर लोक सभा वर्क करती है, सेम वर्क विधान सभा स्टेट गवर्नमेंट मीन्स राज्य सरकार के अंदर काम करती है. स्टेट एग्जीक्यूटिव, द गवर्नर इज द डायरेक्ट रिप्रेजेंटेटिव ऑफ द प्रेसिडेंट इन द स्टेट. The chief minister of state works like the prime minister at the center. He or she also has a council of ministers. Central government, we saw president. Same like that. State government, we see here governor. The governor is the direct representative of the president in the state. Now, the state judiciary. Almost all the states in India have high courts. The high court is the highest court in the state. Which court is the highest court in the state? High court. Supreme Court is the highest court in India. Supreme Court is highest court in India. Then High Court is the highest court in state. It consists of one Chief Justice and other judges who are appointed by the President of India. These works is the most important for our safety, safeguards our people's safety. They look each and every public properties and public disputes. They sort out in that state judiciary. So students, I hope you can understood very well. Thank you. Have a nice day.